Got another concept build here. So, of course, I have a different outfit because it's very important. I'm rocking my suspenders, which was my OG fit. Pretty much this exactly. Anyways, we got a build that revolves around this brunt basher that I rolled I don't know how long ago. Um, and is this very good? I just don't personally like the weapon, which is sad because it's probably pretty much as good as it could be. I don't know, maybe you'd want well, you'd probably want more damage and penetration, but nevertheless. Um maybe not block efficiency on there. Maybe I should put a different perk instead of melee damage to elites. Almost certainly I should, but I don't really care as much because I'm never probably going to use this build or this weapon, but I felt like I should try to build something around it. I think on here having thrust is massive because you want to do heavy attacks, I think, with this weapon, I believe. It's quite strong. It does quite a bit of damage. And then being able to stagger, I know this thing staggers into oblivion, so that's pretty huge. And we're going to play off of that with the build as well. Um, I'm grabbing the same stuff that I'm always grabbing, which is pretty much linchpin and smash them as opposed to the best defense. I just think the single target option is a better choice between the two. Plus, it gets me down the tree faster. I grabbed both of these because I had extra points, and why not add more survivability, especially on damnation and whatnot. So I grabbed bombs away mostly because I always want to soften them up still. I just think it's too good. But I also wanted the slam for the impact bonus because I know this staggers a lot. Here I'm taking the bull rush. And with the bull rush, I'm getting trample, increase my damage. I kind of feel like this is a little bit more of a DPS as opposed to support type of build. Um So I think you could get the bleed as well, because as you can see, I am utilizing the bleed on the heavy attack, but I just feel like this maybe scales and works better overall with the build. I moved over here to grab this again because of the high amount of stagger that we're grabbing. 1% damage to your next heavy on enemies that are staggered, and it stacks. So you can get this pretty quick. Um, I don't actually know what the little emblem looks like. I'm trying to think how we can. Okay. Okay, so it just looks like the perk. Okay. If I. So that's 5. I believe. Yeah, let's kill this guy real quick. You can see it does a lot of damage. I didn't even need. Oh. I do also, real quick, have the perk. That takes advantage of fully charged melee. So that's compounding as well with thrust. Alright, so that gave me 10 stacks. Maybe okay, so hitting him. I'm gonna wait for that to die. That lasts a pretty long time. What is it? 10 seconds or something? Yeah, 10 seconds. I mean, that's huge. So you're gonna have a high damage bonus because you're gonna stagger a lot. That's crazy that one shot that guy, but either way, that's 14 stacks right there. If you're fighting a horde, so you got to do heavy attacks, right? So if you're chaining heavy, even if you're throwing the light in there, you obviously spend it, but you're still getting the damage out of it. So, anyways, my point is, I think it's probably pretty good on here. You could slap them and then smash them, Smash them in the head here. Anyways, So yeah, that's kind of my rationale for getting this. Maybe you don't need this. Maybe it's not worth the point. So maybe you walk that back and you grab brutish momentum or even just a little node to get a little bonus somewhere. Um, this is mostly a concept, so it's definitely subject to change. I'm by no means like number crunching and theory crafting, and well, I guess I'm more theory crafting, but I'm not like min maxing and trying to figure this out. Mostly because I don't particularly care about the weapon, but I know a lot of people like it. So, and I have a good one, so I figured I would give it a bit of a shot, at least for a foundation here. But yeah, I feel like I always take this on like pretty much every build. I'm not saying stay close is bad, and I personally couldn't care less about range, even though I know it's very strong, even on the Ogren. But I just figured, you got the points. I'm gonna take everything over here, even though some of it like very situational. This is nice though. You don't get interrupted. And I'm just kind of going down this. The only reason I don't really care about this is because I just don't think it's necessarily worth the point. It's pretty easy to get the stacks. It's pretty easy to maintain them, especially if you're chaining a few heavies in there. So I don't know. I don't think it's a bad perk, but I guess you could get rid of this and take this if you wanted, or whatever the case. But I just don't really fully feel like it's worth it. So you're doing big damage. Probably not the most survivable of classes, but it feels pretty strong, if I fully charge and hit him. I hate that. I was worried that the next heavy was going to come out, so I moved the mouse. So 965, I hit him like not even where I needed to. See, I'm not even like getting it how I'm trying to get it here. 839, no crit, no weak shot. You can definitely like delete and stagger. Now granted, this weapon is doing a lot of that work, but that's what I was saying. I looked at this weapon, I said I'm never gonna use it probably. I just don't really like the moveset, but what can I do with it? And so I kind of tried to build around it. Hello, sir. And it feels pretty good. I mean, the bitch slap is pretty great. Even that, which isn't... Yeah, it's not technically... Or not even technically. It's just flat out not a heavy attack. It is pretty good. So maybe you put weak shot damage or weak spot damage on here like I have for the knife, because you can choose to hit them in the head if you do the push attack. And then if you just like kind of hold your click again, you get the another one. So maybe the weak shot damage is pretty clutch on here if you're doing the push attack a lot, which again, I'm not really even taking advantage of any perks here with this necessarily that I have in the build or really on the weapon right now, but it still does pretty good damage. That's very quick. You push him. Well, he doesn't move on the push, but you push him, you get pretty much the same amount of damage that you're getting out of a charged heavy. So I mean, yeah, you just... Oh, well, he already had some weaker health. Let's see, what's an annoying enemy? I just don't, personally like the move set. So, I'm never gonna use this weapon, but like I said, I wanted to try to do something with it, do it a little bit of justice. I'm not gonna delete it or anything, but yeah, I think even if you get a remotely similar Brunt Basher or you're trying to get one, I think this build work for you. I have tested it. I didn't do that great because I just am not good with the weapon. I don't particularly like the weapon, as I've mentioned 25 times now. So I was getting beat up because I suck with it, but it certainly felt pretty strong. Right in the mouth. Interesting. I mean, you can... What's cool about this perk, this is completely unrelated, the adhesive charge, is that it turns these Ogrins into, like, because they're walking towards you, and they typically have dudes around them, it kind of turns them into, like, a proximity bomb a little bit, or a walking time bomb. Even if I hit this guy in the shield, he's still doing damage to the people around him, which is nice. Obviously, if you hit him in the skin there, you fuck him up. But yeah, just a quick little theory craft there for a weapon that I know is quite popular. I see a lot of people using it. Why not try to make something cool with it?